salute to Sophie Cunningham. Not only does she stand up for Caitlin Clark on the court, but she stands up for Caitlin Clark in the media as well.
Breaking news. Stephanie White and the Indiana Fever have just been exposed lying to fans about Caitlin Clark's injury. And Sophie Cunningham has finally had enough. She's exploding on podcasts, on social media, everywhere, blasting Stephanie White, blasting the WNBA, and standing up for Caitlin when everyone else was silent.
Before Caitlin got here, I've always been this way. In college, I was that way. Like, don't mess with me, don't mess with my teammates. I'm feisty, I'm sassy, I'm goofy. Like, I'm probably the most unserious person.
But listen carefully. If this video hits 5,000 comments with "Free Caitlin," the WNBA and Stephanie White will have to hear it. So right now, drop "Free Caitlin" in the comments. Smash that like button so this truth spreads everywhere. And subscribe, because what's happening behind the scenes is about to shake the WNBA to its core. For months, fans were fed lie after lie. Every press conference, Stephanie White said Caitlin Clark was fine, or it was just precautionary. But now, the truth is out. Caitlin wasn't fine. Caitlin was being benched, silenced, hidden. The league thought they could control the story. They thought by saying, "Oh, she's resting," the fans would accept it. But Sophie Cunningham, she saw through the fake answers. She saw the sabotage. And when no one else would speak, Sophie exploded.
Being real and truthful, that she has brought millions, I wouldn't be surprised if it's billions of eyes onto the W and onto women's sports. Like, she is a Kobe Bryant.
We're trying to figure it out, and I think you guys see it. I think we're all a little frustrated. We're trying to figure out what's clicking, what's not clicking, what works for us defensively. But at the end of the day, I think what we can hang our hat on is not getting outworked, making sure that we're the aggressors, making sure that we're getting O-boards, controlling what we can control. And I think we need to do a better job at that. And if we can do that, I think stuff offensively will open up for us.
Control the controllables. Oh, wise words haven't been spoken. Control the controllables. Why are we running out the same offense with Caitlin Clark than without Caitlin Clark? Why would we do that?
She's saying what millions of fans have been screaming: this wasn't an injury. This was a cover-up. Sophie Cunningham has always stood by Caitlin Clark. On the court, she backs her up. Off the court, she's even louder. On podcasts, interviews, live streams, Sophie keeps calling out the lies. She doesn't care if she gets fined, doesn't care if the league threatens her. She refuses to sit silent while Caitlin Clark, the biggest star in the sport, gets treated like this. And this is what makes Sophie so powerful. She's not just defending a teammate. She's defending the truth.
I'll get fined for that, and then I'll get fined for this, and then the fines continue. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
This is bad, y'all. This is very, very bad. The Indiana Fever are having a tough time covering the tracks to the dirty, dirty games they played and screwing over the fans and sabotaging Caitlin Clark.
Why are we running out the same offense with Caitlin Clark than without Caitlin Clark? Why would we do that? When Caitlin Clark was healthy, the best this team looked was when we were doing things, Caitlin's way. When she had the ball in her hands, dictating pace, dictating tempo, forcing teams to double team her, forcing teams to react defensively, not lulling our players to sleep, allowing the defense to set up and think through how they're going to move, how they're going to rotate. Stephanie White said it this last game. The best this team looked against the Valkyrie were 2 5-minute spurts. Wow, what a coincidence. Those 2 5-minute spurts.
Sophie knows Caitlin is the reason fans show up. Sophie knows Caitlin is the reason people even watch the WNBA.
Another thing, I don't know why this reminded me of just like games, you asking about Bria, but I'm officially 3 for 3 on being fined by the WNBA.
Yeah, they just went for a 2 when, honestly, you could have got Sophie involved. She was on the floor, and I would have let her shoot the 3. Why didn't we allow Sophie Cunningham to shoot that 3? I feel like Stephanie White wants Kelsey Mitchell to hold the title of the closer, right? The star player. I think she wants to keep this facade going on about her being the closer, right? And don't think that's the case, man.
And every single time Stephanie White tried to bury the truth, Sophie stood up taller. And let's be clear, if you stand with Sophie and Caitlyn, comment "Stand with Caitlyn" right now. Let's blow this up past 10,000 comments so the league can't run from this anymore. Every like pushes this story further, and every subscribe adds your voice to this movement.
At this time of the year, we just ran out of time to get her there.
Steph, what stood out to you about Caitlyn? Kind of the ray of emotion she probably felt as she came to this decision?
I mean, it's frustrating, number one, just all the injuries that she's had. Obviously, I wouldn't speak for her, but and the amount of work that she's put in to position herself to be able to play, and then to, you know, have to ultimately make this decision. There's disappointment. There's the obvious frustration that's come with not being healthy really for an entire season. But ultimately, you know, I think the big picture is the most important thing, and those are conversations that we've continued to have. You know, and the message has continued to be that you know, it's not her long-term health and wellness, and her.
This is a complete work. This is a work, you guys. This is a work. Stephanie White is trying to cover up the dirt job they did, how they scammed the people, and just cover it up. And we're not going for it. And we have other people in media. This is from Indy Star Sports. We have other people covering this up. And I like you, Chloe, but this is a cover up. This is a
Chloe,
work.
I'll just let you fire away.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
Now here's where it gets even crazier. ESPN? Silent. Fox Sports? Silent. Why? Because the WNBA tried to hide this entire scandal, but fans aren't blind. Arenas are empty. In some games, only 100 people are showing up. Sponsors are furious. Networks don't even want to cover it anymore. And all of this, because the league thought it could control the Caitlyn Clark story. Instead, they've created a full-blown crisis. The WNBA wanted balance. They wanted to hold Caitlyn Clark back to give others the spotlight. But instead, they've created chaos. And now, survival is the question. Can the WNBA survive this storm? Or is this the beginning of the end? And through all this noise, who's the one person still shouting the truth? Sophie Cunningham. She's not letting the league bury Caitlyn Clark. She's not letting fans be lied to. She's risking her own career to make sure Caitlyn gets the respect, the spotlight, and the truth she deserves. While Stephanie White hides behind excuses, Sophie is standing in front of the storm. And fans love her for it, so now you know. Stephanie White exposed, the WNBA exposed, and Sophie Cunningham standing taller than ever. But here's the question. What about you? If you believe Caitlyn Clark deserves better, comment "Free Caitlyn" right now. Let's flood this video until the WNBA has no choice but to respond. If you're tired of the lies, smash that like button so ESPN and Fox see the fans can't be silenced. And then hit subscribe, because we're building a movement, and this is just the beginning. This isn't just basketball anymore. This is about truth, respect, and the survival of the WNBA. And trust me, the next chapter? It's going to be even more explosive.